Yesterday, we took a look in the previous video at adding a start room. And in the start room, I made a controller for the game called Game Controller. And in that game controller, what I did is I put it in the first room. I set the score to 0. I set lives to 3. And I set health to 100. What I can do is I would like to display the lives, and so I might start by making another object called object scoreboard, and all the scoreboard is going to do is draw how many lives I have. So in its draw event, what I want to do is I'm going to get it to draw lives, and I might get it to draw lives as an image. So what we're going to do is we'll take the image of the person, and at XY00, so I'm going to put it in position 00, which is the top left corner of the screen. I'm going to get it to display people, and it should display 3 because each person represents the life that I have. Okay, let's take a look at room 1, and I'll put object scoreboard right up here. So I'm going to just erase, and I need to make my room slightly different. I'll put the flag here, and I'll adjust the walls like so. And I'm going to put the scoreboard right up here in the top left corner. So when I play the game, what we should see is we should see 3 lives. I'm going to also put the score as well, but I'll show you how easy it is to do lives. So the first room, we set the lives, and that was the purpose of making the start screen, so we can set the lives. And then I'm going to press the space bar, and you can see I've got 3 lives. And as I die, what I want it to do is, instead of restarting the game, I want it just to simply restart the room, but remove a life. So let's go to object person, where person has a collision and dies. So the person collided with these 3 enemies and died here. So what I want to do is the same for each. Instead of restarting the game, I'm going to remove that, and I'm just going to go to main 1 and say just restart the room. But before we restart the room, I want to go to the score, and I want to say set the lives to -1 relative. So I want to lose a life. So you're going to lose a life, and then you're going to restart the room. And I'm going to do the same thing now for enemy 2 and enemy 3. So again, if I hit an enemy, I'm going to lose a life and restart the room. Okay, so I'll press play, and let's just test out and see if it works. And hopefully it works. So here's the start screen. It says press any key to start. Comes floating down. I start, and if I collide, the room restarts, and I have now just 2 lives. And I now have 1 life, and then now I can keep going, and although I lost lives, I need something else that's going to take care of lives. So scoreboard is also going to have a step event, because what's the point of having lives if you're allowed to keep going? So what's going to happen is, or sorry, not the step event. We're going to add an event called no more lives. So there's an option here in special, no more lives. So if I run out of lives, what I want to do is I want to pause for a second, just because, and then I want to I could display a message, but it's pretty obvious you're out of lives, so I won't even display a message. I'll just go to the score and say, great, let's display a high scoreboard. And then after you display the high scoreboard, let's restart the game. And so that happens in the scoreboard. Okay, I also wouldn't mind where it says lives and it has the 3 images. What I might do instead is I might add the word lives as well. So I'm going to move over maybe about 100 pixels. And I'm going to display some text also in the draw event. So in the draw event, what I want to do is display some text. And I'll put that at 0, 0. And I'll say lives. And before I display the text, I might change the color, I might change the color to red, so it's nice and bright. And then I might display some more text that says score. And I could do score, and then I could display the score. But instead, another way to do it, so that's one option. Another option is actually we can draw score. And if we draw score, we're allowed to put a caption of score. And I'm going to put the score maybe over about 100 and maybe over about 200. I'll put score, or maybe even 220. And I'll sort of play with where I want to put these things. So now let's press play, and we're going to see where the things are located and what we think of. So it's going to say lives, and it's going to have 3 people. And then it's going to say score, and it should hopefully display the score as we go. So you can see I actually probably should move the people over a bit, and I probably will do that. As I lose people, I've got 2, I've got 1, and then I pause, and this is the high score. And the game continues. So what I'm going to probably do is I probably should add some sound effects so when I die. I believe I've got a good sound effect here for a sound die. I might play something like this. What's this sound? I could do that one for die. And so now what I could do is on my scoreboard when I go to die, I could, before I sleep, I could go to play a sound effect and play the die sound. And there's all sorts of, you could have fun on the internet and find some good die sounds. I also am going to probably tweak it just so it looks a little bit better.